What's going on to you, Taurus? Y'all gave me the most views, so you get the first reading. So for you, Taurus, you have the Sun, which has a Taurus bull on it, right? It represents Leo, the King of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Swords. So it's the Sun, King of Wands, Ace of Swords. Obviously, the bull is on it, right? So your influence is still here regardless. So basically, what this means here is that a lot of you Taurus have essentially woken up to what you're doing. You understand that you're not supposed to be giving so many people so much of your time. You have to learn to be wiser with whom it is that you choose to spend your time with. Because not everybody should have your time. Not everything should have your time. It shouldn't, right? Especially not a person that's going to be difficult to actually be with, right? If the person seems to be a little bit too difficult, they're hard to deal with, then you're going to have to essentially let them loose, cut them loose. The King of Wands and the Ace of Swords right here represents how a lot of you very much so are in a particular situation where, because people will use that against you, right? On some King of Wands type stuff, you know, there's a lot of people who, honestly, who are reaction seeking. You know, they hype you up. You know, and this is something that you have to be very careful about, why you can't allow your ego to really overtake you and you can't buy into the hype. You know, there's a lot of people who come to my channel, right, and they'll say things like, oh, you know, they love my readings and stuff like this. And I don't have a problem with it whatsoever, right? But again, this is part of the package. You know, this comes with everything. I can't allow myself to be so caught up into that to the point where I'm smelling myself just a little bit too much. You know, I start believing that, and I start allowing my ego to become inflated, because what's going to come after that is the fall. Next thing I know, I'm starting to slack off on good at the job that I'm doing, reading these tarot cards and being able to deliver the message, because I'm so caught up with, I'm so good that I don't have to try so hard in order to have things happen for me, when that's not the case. And I know that. And it's the same thing when it comes to these people. The only difference is that that's what they're using for you. They trying to get you, Taurus, to think that they always have your back. And then the rub, then the gusto. And what I mean when I say the gusto, I mean then comes the betrayal. The next thing you know, they set you up for a big fall. So you can't teach these people. You can't engage with these people. Like, relationships are supposed to be teaching. Like, two people are supposed to teach each other different things as well, right? Like, one side may be so analytical and logical to the point where that side needs to understand how to connect with other people, how to become a lot more likable. And then the other side may be caught up with being a people person, but that side also has to understand how to have actual applicable skills. They just can't be running out here and having emotion wash over other people. And okay, that's well and dandy, but we still need to actually roll up our sleeves and get this work done still, even if still. So the Ace of Swords represents a lot of you Taurus understand that people will have you out here and they will really pump you up and really tell you a lot of different things at the very beginning, right? This is why it's always so great at the beginning. It's great at the beginning because, again, that's the setup for the fall. They're building up your false pride for the fall, right? They want you to feel super high, real high, sky high. They want you to feel like you're on the top of the Empire State Building, which is the tallest skyscraper in the world, right? They want you to feel like you so high, you deserve such high esteem. Before, like Jenga blocks, they pull one out and then it comes tumbling down. And the reason why it is that they do this is because they want you to chase up on after them. They want you to continue the chase, right? Chasing the dragon. Only the difference is that it's not substances. What you're chasing is that euphoric feeling of you want things to go back to the very beginning where this person actually held you at high esteem. And The problem with that is they never going to give you that again, because that was the setup in the first place. So a lot of you Taurus, a lot of you have to learn, and you are becoming a lot more street smart with that, right? Because the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords right here is, once again, set you know what I mean? Like, this is part of why a lot of people don't like it when you show them love, which is stupid, because they don't trust it. Because you, Taurus, could be building them up without having to necessarily look to, again, like Jenga blocks, pull a Jenga block out and watch it fall. You're just trying to build them up on some relationship because you legitimately want them to win. This is why it is that they don't be trusting you. Because I see you, it's like, no, stupid, I'm not doing what you're doing. You would betray me, but I'm not doing that to you. I can't believe you. And they ruin a good thing, right? So what it's trying to say here is, don't worry about people. Don't waste your time messing with people who even think from that warped sense of reality. Because this is what trust is about. You building me up, and I'm gonna trust you to not betray me. But then if I see that you are starting to betray me, as long as I'm still breathing and I'm in one piece and I'm well, it doesn't matter how high you set me up for, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the pieces, and I'm going to definitely go pick up the pieces and be okay and move forward with my life. That's in case if the trust doesn't work. That's in case if the person sets you up, they utilize your trust and everything like that. Go ahead. You okay? All right. That's in case if the person built up your trust, all for you to essentially fall flat on your face, right? Spiritually speaking, right? You then fall back on trusting only yourself, and then you say, okay, you're just gonna get up, like I said, and pick up the pieces. So there's no real worry. If a person starts wilding out on you, they start showing you what it is that you want. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. My dog can't make up her mind. She's like, oh, you know. So I'm like, look, go and see what's going on, you know. Family members is here. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that what was I saying? Yeah, now I remember what I was saying. You don't have to worry about that type of stuff. Just don't waste your time. Don't bother. Truth be told, you get to a point where a lot of this stuff is easy when you get to a certain point. When somebody is starting to betray you and they starting to start moving differently, you have a talk with them. What are you doing? If they continue to go down that path, okay, fine, cool. But then if they continue to go down that path, you keep it moving, and you're like, all right, you know. So because the Tower, which is Scorpio, opposite sign, and then the Five of Wands is that a lot of people be wasting their time behind this stuff. But allow them to waste their time. Queen of Wands, you remain as calm as possible, as if you done picked a tulip or a daisy or a rose out of a field of roses or daisies or flowers or whatever. Don't even waste your time. The Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands, you have too much to look forward to, or you should have too much to look forward to. You know that you've been doing a very good job, Taurus. You know that you've been doing a very good job when you have a life. You know, I've talked about this a million times before. You need to have a life. You know, you can't, and see, this is what I mean when I say 50-50 relationships. There's no such thing as a functional relationship that isn't 50-50. There's no exceptions to that, because me personally, I don't see any world where all two people do is just hang out with each other all day, every day. There's no money to be made. There's no purpose. There's no like mission, right? Like you wake up, you'll be around your significant other, but then the two of you got to hustle. The two of you got to find something to do. Like, hey, let's go get a table out and sell some t-shirts. You know, let's go sell some rosaries. I see people all over the place in New York City who are hustle minded, who are, you know, shout outs to Nipsey Hussle in that sense, who are business minded, trying to build themselves up, trying to basically selling rosaries. There's people selling food on the street, good food on the street too. The table set up. There's people selling t-shirts, colognes, whatever, soap, whatever, right? You dig what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that, come on, you know, you're not going to be around your significant other 100% of the time. Y'all just chilling, and that's all it is that y'all doing. This is why it is that I say that work has to be done, because when you have a life, when you Taurus have a purpose. See, this is what I'm getting at, right? When you have a purpose, when you have variety, right? Different things to do. You're not caught up with one particular thing. And then if that one particular thing isn't going so well, now all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, this one thing is not going so well. You have variety. That's what variety is for. You have other different areas and avenues in which you can essentially, you can have in life, instead of just only thinking about this one particular thing. You're going to spiral if you do this. Same thing when it comes to a relationship. Yes, you should, you know, take a person seriously. I'm not talking about spinning plates and having multiple people per se. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that when you're getting to know somebody and the person decides that they want to switch on you for whatever reason, whether it's good, right, wrong, cute or ugly, you have variety in your life. So it's not a matter of you just allowing this person to just surround you and triangulate you. Now you start to feel like a caged animal. You feel trapped. That's my dog entering the room. You feel, what's up, baby? You all right? You feel trapped and everything like that. That's not what's happening. What's happening is you Taurus talk to somebody, trust built up. Now they start showing their back feet like hyenas. Now you like, oh, okay. You leave out of their life. They start crashing and burning. They want to start being on some stupid stuff where they want to start playing games. You Taurus are like, all right, cool. And you go on with your life because you have other things to do. You got a job, you got paycheck to handle, bills to pay, family members to hang around, dogs to walk, you know what I'm saying? You know, you may even do some sort of physical exercise, workout, stuff like this. You literally, video games, you have literally other things to literally be doing, hanging out, chilling, engaging, meditation, learning a different language, reading, this, that, the third. It's like, when are you really going to find so much time to really be caught up because a person is triangulating you? They hanging around, because that's another thing too that I ain't even really get a chance to talk about, but I will talk about in next reading if it pops up, right? It's the different levels and layers of triangulation. It's when somebody isn't really done with you, but they playing a game with you, and they're not really done with you. They just playing a sick, sadistic game with you, Taurus, where it's like the two of you are actually not talking to each other, hanging around each other officially, but then even though officially the two of you are not hanging around each other, superficially they still coming around, they stalking you, because where you are, they happen to place themselves. I done been through all of that stuff already. I done seen somebody that I wanted to hang out with waste my time and switch up on me, or whatever the case may be, or change they mind, or waste my time because they left me hanging when we were supposed to meet up and hang out. And then the next thing I know, I'm moving on with my life. Now they don't hang out in the courtroom. Now all of a sudden they hang out in the courtroom. Now they want to look up at the sky and hang out with their friend. Oh my gosh, yo, let's go inside. Like, yo, let's go inside the lunchroom, fam. Let's go inside, fam. Let's get out of here. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, yo. Let's go. My people's is like, all right, let's roll. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Let's get out of here. You know, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Wands to clarify the Three of Wands. Yes, the Three of Wands. You should be looking towards, Taurus should be looking towards your future, not someone that makes themselves past by ruining the relationship that you're trying to establish. That's a goofy individual. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, because there's no kind of value that's coming from that. They're just wasting their time. They're just wasting your time playing games. Because they're wasting time. They're wasting their own time playing games, literally. Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is about how you, Taurus, have to hang around people who aren't going to be fumble bunnies. The King of Wands right here is about because people stop wasting your time when you're a little bit tough on how your time is spent. You know? People will stop wasting your time when you stop allowing them to waste your time. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Thank y'all so much. I'm at 13,928, somewhere around there. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.